What up? How's everyone doing today? How's everyone doing today? Happy Monday. Happy College Football Championship Monday. And happy Monday to all the Bills fans out there. Happy Monday to all my Bills fans. Shout out Bills Mafia. We're going to talk about that in a moment. We're going to talk about my plays for tonight in a moment. We got Notre Dame plus 8.5. We got the under 45.5 combined play. I'll explain that in a moment. Death Row is on the opposite side, which is a very good news. Very good news. Listen, we got a Notre Dame future, 240 to win 2K. That's been live for a while. I'm not hedging it. Everyone thinks this is going to be automatic. It's going to be a tough one for Notre Dame today, but I really like the under today, and I like Notre Dame to cover. Let's be real. I like Notre Dame to cover. I think they keep it close, but the reason I like Notre Dame to cover and the under paired together is the only way that Notre Dame doesn't cover in this game, in my opinion, is if they end up not getting any offense together whatsoever. And if they don't get any offense together, then, we hit the under. You're not going to see Ohio State put up 40 points today. Notre Dame is a top 3 defense in the country. I've been saying that. Notre Dame is a top 3 defense in the country. Made 4K the last 6 days and already hit a plus 150 on Hornets. I had Hornets already, and I had them at better odds than plus 150. I had the Hornets at plus 180. So if you're telling me you hit the Hornets at plus 150, I already know you're a bad better because you only got them at plus 150. That's a terrible bet. I cash Hornets at plus 180. And if you're on the Twitter stream right now or the YouTube stream or anything like that, I'm about to pull this up. We're going to go to my plays. You see that stack of 4.4, even though I've got, what's that, 830 plus another 650 plus another 2.4 live plus another 100. That's me betting on all the dogs. 2-4. Look at this. I've got more than 10K in this account right now. You didn't use the line movement to your advantage, betting last minute. You got him at plus 150. That's a bad line. That's a bad line. There's no way about it. So we go to recently settled plays. Fetching my recently set up plays. What's that? Oh, I got the Hornets at plus 180. You made 150 bucks on it. I made 180 bucks on it. That Death Row, you're talking out of your ass right now. You're saying terrible things. This is when the line drops like that. It's an automatic, bro. Just stop. Listen. Stop. Anyway, before we get into all this, and shout out to everyone here. Shout out to everyone joining it. Shout out if you're on the TikTok or the Twitter or the Twitch stream or the Kick stream or the YouTube stream, anywhere you are. I appreciate you. Thank you for joining. Appreciate your comments. You got questions on anything today, we're going to get into it. We're going to talk. You disagree like Death Row, that's fine. We'll talk about it. Just give me analysis and we'll talk about it. But before we get into anything else, I wanted to say this. Shout out to my Buffalo Bills. Shout out to the Buffalo Bills. Shout out to my Lord and Savior, Joshua motherfucking Allen. Okay? The Bills are winning the Super Bowl. The Bills have been winning the Super Bowl. This is the year. It's always been the year. And now we are one step closer to bringing it home. Go Bills. And thank you, Josh Allen. And thank you, Mark Andrews. Thank you, Mark Andrews, for what you did for us tonight. That's the real hero. Cheers. Cheers to Mark Andrews. You did what you had to do so we can do what we have to do. Josh Allen didn't even have to step up. Josh Allen, casual dub. Bills defense stepping it up. McDermott, 9-11, masterclass. The Bills take down the Ravens at home in front of the boys. What more could you ask for? Honestly, what more could you ask for? They really thought, oh, it's the Ravens, it's the Ravens, it's the Ravens. No, it's not. No, it's not. And if you rode me on SoBet yesterday, we hit the teaser. Bills and Rams teaser. We hit the Rams spread. We hit the Bills money line. Casual. In fact, there was only one game we got wrong this weekend, and that was the under in the Commanders-Lions game. And guess what we did? We won on wild card weekend. We won on divisional round weekend. Now we're going to win on championship weekend. That's what we do. I like Notre Dame to cover today. I like Notre Dame plus 8.5, and I like the under. I like Notre Dame plus 8.5, and I like the under 45.5. And the reason for that is if you pair those two plays together, there's a really small chance that neither of them hits, and there's a decent chance that both hit, right? Because the only way that this game that Notre Dame doesn't cover, the only way that Notre Dame doesn't cover this game is if they don't score enough, right? If they don't get any offense going and they put up 10 points in this game or something, that's the only way they don't cover. Their defense is going to take care of business. I'm not saying shut Ohio State down, but limit them. Their defense is going to take care of business. So the only way that Notre Dame doesn't cover this is if they don't get any offense going, in which case we hit the under. So we got a fine chance at pushing. We lose the juice, whatever. It's profit X, so we're only losing like 5 points tops total between the two of them. And a pretty solid chance of hitting both of them. That play's already up. That play is already up on my TikTok return to pick and Petey. You have a lot on Notre Dame plus 10.5. Hard Rock has them at plus 10.5 at plus 100. Damn, Doodle. That's a great line. That's a great line. Plus 10.5 at plus 1. Is that real? Can you drop a screenshot in the reply to the stream or something? I guess you're on the YouTube now, but that's crazy. Hard Rock I know is a limited book. There's not a ton of access to Hard Rock, but plus 10.5 at plus 100 is insane. Yeah, I got Notre Dame a future 240 to win 1900. There's just no value in hedging out on Ohio State plus like minus 350. We hit Bills. Yes, we did. We hit Bills. We hit the Bills Rams teaser. We hit the Rams spread. The only play we were wrong on this year, the Rams spread, we did money line 1 unit spread 3 units, so can't be mad about it. Oh, okay, I see, dude. Can't be mad about it. We cashed the profit of the whole live bet Ohio State for sure. Jay Smith for 90. Chance Greer in the house. What up? How you doing? Shout out to everyone who's hopped in on the YouTube stream. Listen, if you're on TikTok, I appreciate you. I love you. Go ahead and follow this account. This is my streaming account. This is also the account where I do the road to 100K vlog. You'll see my bets every day. You'll see the videos I make blogging my journey to make 100K on my Profit X account and $1 million in 2025. We turned 3.1 in the account, and now 3.1 in the account. Now the account has 4.4 in it, but I've got live bets of like $6,000 worth. I put 2.4 down to win 1 on the Eagles to not win the Super Bowl. I got 600 to win 4 on the Bills to win the Super Bowl. I got 380 to win 1 on the Chiefs not to win the Super Bowl. I got 830 on Notre Dame to cover today. I got 657 on the under today. And then I've got $100 on all the NBA dogs today, which the first two cashed. And then I've got 240 to win 1940 on Notre Dame to win it all. And I got $15 to win $3,000 on the Bears Super Bowl. Listen, it's fine. The ticket doesn't close until the Super Bowl ends. And they need Lamar to get a touchdown, a plus 2,800 probably last night. I'm doing good. Happy about the Bills win. Thrilled about the Bills win. Already checking out my flights to Buffalo for the Super Bowl. I got to be there with my Buffalonians to just ransack the streets after we win the Super Bowl. Yeah, saying let's go. Going to be absolutely electric, and I can't wait. I cannot wait. But yeah, I got Bills today, and I'm excited about. Or I got Bills against the Chiefs. You already know I got Bills against the Chiefs, and I love it. I had Bills against the Chiefs last time around. We smacked them. I'm fired up, baby. I'm fired up. So tonight, though, and again, if you want all my plays, if you tailed me on SoBet, and you want all my plays, we went up over 5 units yesterday. Anyone who wants all the plays every single day, shoot me a DM on Instagram. If you shoot me a DM on Instagram, the first 10 people to shoot me a DM on Instagram, I'll slide you the link to get all my plays. First 10 people, shoot me a DM on Instagram and I got you. What's the plan on CFP tonight? Little late coming in live. So we are taking Notre Dame plus 8.5, and we're taking the under 45.5. Pairing those together. Hell yeah, Doodle. Listen, it wasn't the most dominant Josh Allen performance by a million years. It was a very solid first half. He ran the ball really well. They made plays when they needed to. They had the one drive where they didn't score a touchdown, was on some BS. He was a beast on the ground. And then classic McDermott taking foot off the gas with a nice lead in the second half, which I really didn't like, but ultimately it worked out, so I can't be mad. Here are my thoughts on the Bills game. Number one gripe was, let's not talk about gripe. Happy. Loved the way the defense stepped up. They gave up a lot of yards, but they stepped up. They made big plays. Everyone said, oh, they're going to run all over the Bills. They're going to have their way with the Bills. I said, Milano's back. Bernard's back. Johnson's back. Those are their 3 best defenders. It's going to be a completely different story. Johnson, completely shut down defense. Milano, massive, massive plays. Bernard forced that fumble on Mark Andrews, and everyone wants to clown on Mark Andrews, and they should for the drop on the 2-point conversion. But Mark Andrews' fumble, that was all Terrell Bernard. he punched that ball out perfectly. There's nobody who's not giving up that fumble when Bernard got that perfect clean punch. That is a 240-pound man absolutely swinging, making perfect contact with the ball. Dave Fire says, "Go Irish!" Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So that one's not on Andrews. That's on Bernard stepping up and making a play. Shout out to him. Shout out to him. So the Bills defense stepped up when they need to. They made a lot of big plays defensively when they need to. They gave up a ton of yards, but they made the big plays. The lack of pressure on Lamar, not surprising, but a little concerning. But you can tell they sold out to limit Henry, and they did. Appreciate it. I'm gonna take a look. They sold out to limit Henry, and they took care of business, and they did it. Damn. Nice little docs doodle. I know your first name now. But that's crazy. So they sold out to shut out Henry. They had to sacrifice on the pass game. Lamar did Lamar playoff things. Bills wise. Six says Bills wise. We winning this. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No, I genuinely from the bottom of my heart believe that the Bills are winning the Super Bowl. I feel good about that. I mean, I thought that I don't. What do you mean, Doodle? Matthew. Um I thought the Ravens was going to be the biggest matchup, the toughest matchup for the Bills, and that's why it was massive to get home field advantage. I liked us in that spot. It was my biggest bet of the year. 3.4 to win 3.7. I'm gonna flash this for anyone who saw it. Anyone who questions if I'm really about that, if I'm really taking this action, we're gonna go 3.4 to win 3.7 on the Bills money line. Biggest play of the year. Here it is, $3,411 to win 37-14. I got him in a bunch of points. I went for 800, and then these are just like kind of the different ranges I got him at. I live bet him at 1 point, but ultimately 3.4 to win 3.7 on the Bills money line. I love the Bills against the Chiefs. I don't know if I'm going to hammer it or not because I have a Bills future, and the Bills are winning the Bills are winning. The AFC is winning the Super Bowl. So the Bills against the Chiefs is the Super Bowl, if you ask me. Allen to score a touchdown, easy money. Chance message me on Instagram. Also, if you want Profit X, I'm gonna drop a reply in the Twitter chat. In the Twitter chat, if you guys want to get on Profit X, this is where I get all these lines. This is where I'm showing all these plays. I'm gonna link you guys on the Twitter chat. And I'm gonna link you to all my plays. Chance, I'm gonna get you. Anyone who DMs me on Instagram, first 10 people, we're down to 8 now, but the first 8 people to DM me get all my plays. Anyway, Jalen Hurts gets hot in one game. Would you think they're unbeatable? I mean, if Jalen Hurts, so I think the Eagles should beat the Commanders because they are kind of a lower risk take care of business team. I do believe in any given Sunday. So obviously, I like I'm speaking in absolutes, but I do believe in any given Sunday. You know, the Commanders just beat the Commanders just beat the Lions, who they were the favorites. I'm sending these through. We still got a couple more. I agree, Doodle. If the Eagle if Hurts steps up, they can do it. I just don't see it happening. The only way that Hurts steps up is if say the Bills play the Eagles, right? The Bills do what they did against Henry and Lamar. They say, all right, we are going to sell out for Saquon. We're going to make it hell on Saquon. If you want to beat us, Hurts has to have a good passing game. I don't see Hurts doing better than what Lamar did. And granted, if it weren't for the turnovers, the Ravens could have put up 35 points. But also, the Bills scored 21 in the first half. They scored 3 touchdowns, and then they had that bullshit holding call where they ended up punting that drive, right? So the Bills definitely could put up 35, 45 points. So I'm not saying obviously it's not impossible, but if the Bills say we're going to do everything we can to stop Saquon, and then Hurts throws for 3 TDs, it's probably still 27 points for the Eagles because the Bills limit Saquon to 40 yards the same way they did with Henry. Um, if it's Chiefs Eagles rematch from 2 years ago, I think the Eagles have a better chance. I don't think it's a freebie against the Commanders either. I think that Jaden Daniels is playing unbelievable football right now, like unbelievable football, and they definitely could win that game. But I like the Bills against the Chiefs. I really liked the Bills against the Chiefs last time, and I think nothing's really changed, right? Nothing's really changed. The Bills have a definitely significantly better offense. Their defense against the Chiefs settle for field goals a lot. They move the ball all right, but they settle for field goals a lot. If the Bills are holding them to field goals, it's going to be a bloodbath. And Allen comes out ready to ball out. I hate to say this, but like I do wonder a little bit about nonsense calls. I'm not like a big conspiracy theorist with that, but there's such a trend. You do wonder a little bit. The Bills have to be like aware and not getting called for late hits, situations like that. But for the most part, going out to stop Barkley leads to big runs by Barkley. Worst thing to do against a back line. No, I'm not saying run blitz. I'm saying put a lot of guys put a lot of guys in the box and keep like a tight secondary where you're prepared to be the second line of defense against the run and cover the deep ball less. That's what the Bills did yesterday. That's what the Bills did yesterday is they didn't run blitz Henry, but they didn't have much of a secondary. They didn't have much of a safety because they were all ready to make tackles and be the second line of defense. There were a couple spots where Henry almost got away. But yeah. Saying -18 Notre Dame. What does that even mean? Leonard throw over for 180 pass yards. Yeah. Yeah, no, I would love I mean, listen, it's no I like the Bills against the Chiefs. I love the Bills against the Eagles or the Commanders. I like Eagles at home against the Commanders. It's tough, but at some point you have to give the Commanders credit. At some point you have to give the Commanders credit and say, okay, you got a legit chance of winning this game. You have to say that. If you don't think the Commanders have a legit chance of winning this game after they beat the Lions, then you're not watching football. Not going to be a freebie. It's going to be a really, really, really tough game, and they're going to need to ball out. That offense needs to be nasty. But we got to give some credit to Jane Daniels. We got to give some credit to Dan Quinn, and we got to give some credit to the Commanders' defense because they're not good, but they're a lot better than when they were atrocious in the first half of the season. Jalen Hurts is unimpressive. Saquon Barkley is disgustingly good. And the Eagles' defense is very good. The Eagles' secondary is probably going to make life hell for Jaden Daniels. If Jaden Daniels probably needs to run for 60, 70 yards for the Commanders to win this game. That's my thought. Chiefs -9.5, no world. No world. The Bills have lost by 2 scores once in the last 3 years, and it was against the Ravens, who they just beat. Yeah, exactly. I would have said if the Bills had, if the Commanders had played the Eagles last week, they probably would be 6.5 point dogs. Now they're 4.5 point dogs with the recent information. I don't know what I'm gonna take yet in this game. I had the Eagles ranked number one at one point in my power rankings. Yeah, KBL, let's go. The Bills running back is injured. The Bills running back is not injured. Um, you bet against your own team, Doodle. I can't do it. Like I'm not gonna say I hammered the Bills for the biggest play of my life yesterday. It wasn't I liked the Bills, but the reason I went so heavy was because it's the Bills and I'm rooting for them. By the way, I'm gonna say this one more time. Anyone who wants all my plays every single day, shoot me a DM on Instagram. I'll link you right now. If you shoot me a DM on Instagram, I got you with all the plays. Full card tonight, full card every single day. NBA props every single day. NBA props every single day. College basketball plays almost every single day. Full NFL card for the final few games. Props for all the games. College football tonight. We're doing NBA, college basketball the rest of the way leading up to MLB, and we dominate MLB. That's what we're doing. Winning year in 2023, winning year in 2024, off to a winning year in 2025. If you're not joining now, I don't know what's wrong with you. All the plays are on SoBet. If you shoot me a DM on Instagram, I'll link you right now. You can check my links as well if you want to get on there. It's literally the top link. This is what we do. Separate fandom from monies. I hear you, but I also want to feel good and I don't want to be torn. I don't even really like betting a spread and a total in the same game. I am doing that tonight because I just think, like you said, separate fandom from monies in this spot. And I really like the combo of the under and the Notre Dame. Get devastated if Birds lose. Yeah. Yeah. I feel you. I'm not judging. I'm just, some people are against it. Appreciate the follows, by the way. If you're following me on Instagram, run those follows up. We get 10 more follows. I'll share another free play. We're going to get into it more, just kind of talking about NFL playoffs. We're going to talk about college football championship coming up. Again, the play is Notre Dame plus 8.5 and under 45.5. We're playing those together. Appreciate the follows. Run this up. I'm also my journey to 100K on this account. Jimmy John, I did not take Baltimore. I took the Bills. If you're following this account, you'll see my vlog of my journey to making 100K on my Profit X account in 2025 and making $1 million gambling across the board in 2025. I'm vlogging it. You'll see the videos. That's me tracking every day. You'll see free plays in there. Follow this account and you'll see it. I stream here daily. If you're on Twitter, the Twitch, the YouTube, the Kick, I stream here daily. Yeah, that makes sense, Doodle. Exactly, Chance. Exactly. I don't love it account. G-Town plus 10. Not doing college basketball today. I do college basketball every day moving forward. From this point on, you'll see college basketball every day, except probably the final two NFL Sundays. But if you're following me on SoBet, you get all the plays every single day. If you shoot me a DM on Instagram right now, I will send those through. Someone just sent me pics. I got you. This is where you get all my plays every single day. It's really that simple. You DM me on Instagram. I link you. We start stacking money. Anything on the chip game? Yes, sir. Appreciate the file. Okay, this is what we're doing. How many first place DFS do I have? I don't do that. So what we're doing tonight is we're taking Notre Dame plus 8.5. And we are also taking, not as a parlay, as two separate straight bets. We're taking Notre Dame plus 8.5, and we are taking the under 45.5. Notre Dame plus 8.5 and under 45.5. We are playing those both together because the only way that Notre Dame doesn't cover 8.5 is if their offense does nothing. If their offense does nothing, the under hits, we basically end up pushing. Okay. No, Nick Smith, what the hell are you talking about? If we take both those plays, worst case scenario, most likely, is that we push. Very slim chance we go 0-2, and there's still a good chance we go 2-0. That is great value. It's a perfect circumstantial hedge. That's the play we're riding with today. Lock it in. I'm telling you, lock it in. If you want to actually profit on sports betting, you actually want to make money doing this, you're actually serious about second profit, you need to understand where value is, how to find value and do it. I'm taking under in Notre Dame spread. Two separate bets under 45.5, Notre Dame plus 8.5. That's what we're doing. Under. If you want to take the money line, I'm okay with that. I just already have a future on Notre Dame. I have a massive future on Notre Dame. It pays 9-1, so there's no reason for me to throw my eggs all in the same basket any further. You get 9, you get 9. But yeah, that's what we're doing. Notre Dame spread under 45.5. We're going to wrap this up shortly, but I got to let you know. Every single day, prop bets. Listen, J-Dub, if you're using Prize Picks, stop using Prize Picks. That's not where you're going to make your money. Chasing losses. What is chase? Ryan Taylor, you're using phrases that you don't know how to use. What is chasing losses? Chasing losses is what you do mid game. Bills are going to win the Super Bowl. You can't chase losses before the game begins. There's no losses to chase. What's the loss that I'm chasing? Ryan. Prize Picks is no good. If you need a book, if you don't have access to regular books, shoot me a DM on Instagram, say book, and I will get you a book you can use anywhere in the US. And I'm not talking some bullshit. I'm talking like actually where you can get good lines, quality lines anywhere in the US. Shoot me a DM on Instagram and I got you. If you say all I have available is DFS, you're wrong. You just don't know where to look and I got you. Poodles, yeah. All right. Mr. Doodle wants me to talk about poodles before we get out of here, and I'll just say that I think the way that dogs are bred is wrong, and someday we're gonna learn. Someday we're gonna learn that the way we treat dogs is horrific, and we're all gonna go vegan. And I'm not saying that people are eating dogs, but you should be able to make the connection and understand where I'm coming from. Can we watch the game on Dazen? Who cares? You want to watch the game and you can't find a way to watch the game, I have even less respect for you than someone who doesn't know how to place their action today, who says, oh, I only have DFS. You only have DFS? Go find it. That's a fact, baby. That's a fact. Chance. And you could be doing a lot better than DK and FanDuel. Shoot me a DM on Instagram and I will get you better than in fact, I think you're in the DM, so I'm gonna link right now, especially anyone who uses crypto. There are so many better options, better books, etc. Tell your story, walk and locked it in. Let's go, baby. I'm pinning that comment because you're telling what I told you to tell. I love to see it, baby. I love to see it. Anyone who's using crypto, especially, you can get circle lines, like the best lines available anywhere in the US. Unders minus 108 now, Nick Smith. It shouldn't be 108. All right, I'm going to say this one more time. I don't mean to harp on it. If you need a better book, shoot me a DM. If you're getting it at minus 108, you got a bad line. You can get better lines. Profit X is where you're going to get the best lines. If you don't have access to normal books throughout the US, you should be on Bet 105. Shoot me a DM and I got you. Shoot me a DM on Instagram and I can get you with any of these things. You don't understand the difference in value of getting a play at minus 105 as compared to minus 110 or minus 109 or minus 108. Getting 3 points better on all your plays is going to drastically change your outcome. Drastically. I can't express that hard enough. It's just going to be massive. It's going to be massive. I'm also going to link you, Chase, to ProfitX. It's like 40 states. It's not everywhere, but ProfitX, just normal deposit through debit card, bank, whatever, etc. And higher quality. Hell yeah, good news. Hell yeah. Listen, I've been on the Irish this whole time. I gave you a video breakdown of the entire college football playoffs, and it went exactly as I predicted, aside from Texas losing earlier. Gave you the exact breakdown. ProfitX is great, says user 708. Yes, it is. If you're not on ProfitX, I don't know what to tell you. It's in my links. Download it now. Better lines across the board. If you're not on ProfitX, you're a moron. Like I literally, if you haven't heard of it, that's one thing. But if you're a serious sports bettor and you bet daily and you're trying to make profit and you talk about making profit and you talk about edges and you talk about value and all that, and you're not on ProfitX, yeah, it's Petey. Nick Smith, it's Petey. But if you go to my links, you just see it. If you're not on ProfitX, you're not a serious sports bettor. I don't know how else to say it. You're not serious about it. If you're on FanDuel and DraftKings, you should have all the books. You should get all the bonuses on all the books, and you need all the books to get like the different props and all that. That's fine. But if you're betting straights, I will do that, user 708. If you're betting straights, I'll probably do that tomorrow. But if you're betting straights and you're not on ProfitX, you're a dumbass. Like I don't know how else to say it. It's in the replies to my. Yeah, it is, Nolan. Go to my links, check it out. And if you have issues with anything that I'm talking about, or issue getting anything I'm talking about, just shoot me a DM on Instagram. It's Pickopedia on Instagram. I respond to that. Absolutely. ProfitX China. What are you saying? I know we're like caught up on this, but I just got to tell you again. Betting straights on FanDuel is diabolical. It's nonsense. You should be on ProfitX. If you're in one of those random states where you can't get action, shoot me a DM. I'll get you a better book. And good lines, circle lines anywhere in the US. Anywhere in the US, straight up. Bonuses, all that, free bets, all that. You should get all the books so you have all the lines available and you can line shop and you can get the bonuses and you can arbitrage out the bonuses. But if you Bovada is fine, but it's not great. DK is terrible lines. FanDuel is terrible lines. If you want good lines and good options, you should be on Bet 105, which shoot me a DM on Instagram and ask for it, and I'll get it to you. If you want good lines on money lines and straights, Profit X. It's in my links. Or again, all these things, shoot me a DM and I'll get it to you. But that's pretty much what it comes down to. And when I say shoot me a DM, I say shoot me a DM, pick 'em Petey on Instagram, because you can actually send links. But that's what you should be doing. And if you're not doing those things, you should stop betting. My bookie's kind of trash. If you're not doing any of those things, you should bet ESPN is probably one of the worst books out there. It's a total scam. They thought they could get people on the book because ESPN is such a wide range and ESPN advertises gambling so hard. But all the ESPN betting people are atrocious. They're horrible bettors. You can tell by the way they break down their bets that they're not actual gamblers. They're just saying bullshit. It's one of the worst presentations ever. It's a total scam book. They just said, "Hey, we got this reach. We got a ton of sports fans. Obviously, it's ESPN. We're just gonna make a book. The lines are bullshit. The rules are bullshit. The bonuses are bullshit. The accessibility is bullshit. The withdrawal is bullshit. They're one of the biggest bullshit books out there to ever exist." And then every time they go, "Listen, these are our bets of the day. We're going to lock in. We're going to put together an anytime touchdown spread." And then it's like Rex Ryan being like, "I think Derrick Henry, because I think Derrick Henry is going to get the ball and watch out. He's going to get in the end zone." Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? It's atrocious. Everyone involved should be completely embarrassed. ESPN Bet is one of the worst. There's a ton of trash books out there, but at the end of the day, it's not like FanDuel is better or ESPN is better or DK is better. It's what book is better for this individual play. If you want Notre Dame money line and they're minus 330 on DraftKings and they're minus 340 on FanDuel, on that play, DraftKings is better. But guess what? They're going to be minus 320 on Profit X. So do it on Profit X. The majority of the time, Profit X is going to be the better book. All that matters is what is the better line. Now, the reason you should have all the books is because you get bonuses when you join them. Okay. And then you can use all those bonuses. And then when there's a play, you say I want XYZ prop, you look at all the books and you see which book is the best line available. I'm going to do that. If you get minus 117 instead of minus 122, that's a massive difference in the long run. And if you're betting on a consistent basis and you're wondering, I feel like I'm pretty good, but I'm not winning money, it's because you're not line shopping and you're not on Profit X and you're not on Bet 105. Appreciate Brad Newman. I appreciate you saying that. Anyone who wants to be in the VIP, anyone who wants to SoBet, wants the daily plays, shoot me a DM on Instagram or check my links, hop on SoBet, get all the stuff. I know I'm talking about a lot of different things, and it's a lot to keep track of. The best thing you can do, yeah, the NBA props on SoBet VIP. The best thing you can do is join SoBet. And the second best thing you can do is get on Profit X and get those lines. That's just a fact. That's just a fact. So we're going to wrap up here. I might go live during the game as well. But just to recap, we're on Notre Dame plus 8.5 and the under 45.5 together. Big Lebowski, it's because parlays are bad for you. If you want Bet 105, which you have accessibility anywhere in the US, shoot me a DM on Instagram. If you need Profit X, it's in the replies to my Twitter. It's in my links here on TikTok, Instagram, anything. If you have questions about anything I'm talking about, shoot me a DM on Instagram. If you want to get on SoBet, it's in my links. It's in my replies. It's everywhere. It's not because God hates you that you're missing your parlays. You're missing your parlays because you hate you, because you don't have the discipline for future you to be happy by taking straight bets on Profit X and getting good value. Instead, you want to get rich quick today. And that's not going to happen, because if you turned a six-legger, appreciate you, Brad. If you turned a six-legger, you turned 500 into 15 grand today. Guess what you're going to do tomorrow? You're probably going to bet like 5 grand, and you're probably going to lose that money quickly. If you have addict behavior, you're going to end up with addict results. Just saying. You want to win, manage your bankroll, do your plays on Profit X, line shop, get Bet 105, follow me on SoBet, etc., etc. Any questions on anything I'm talking about, shoot me a DM. Love you guys, except for the ones I hate. Cheers. Notre Dame plus 8.5, under 45.5, separate straight bets. Lock it in. Let's ride.